Hey folks, welcome to Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. Today we'll be making a buffalo chicken burger, and of course there'll be some bacon in there, so let's sit back and enjoy the ride.
So folks, let's go make our spicy buffalo chicken burger, and here's our ingredients.
You will need minced chicken, bacon, pimento peppers, onions, scallions, frank Redhot sauce, cheese, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, bread crumbs, your favorite barbecue seasoning, and barbecue sauce for basting.
Well boys and girls, here I've got me 1 to 1.5 pounds of minced chicken. And we're going to kick things off with 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of red pepper flakes. And this is optional, but you guys know how I love my heat. Next in the pool, we are going in with 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of scallion roughly chopped. Next, I'm going in with a couple of pimento peppers which I have diced. Or if you cannot find these peppers, you can also use jalapenos. Just remove the membrane and seeds. Here I'm going in with some just regular onion which I have diced. You want about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons. Next, I'm going with some plain ordinary bread crumbs, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, and this will help to bring everything together nicely. To add some flavor to the party, you want to go in with 2 to 3 teaspoons of your favorite barbecue rub. Here I'm using Zach's Texas style sweet rub, or you can just simply use some salt, black pepper and garlic powder and you'll be fine. And we did say it's going to be spicy, so we are going to add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons or a little more of cayenne pepper. For some moisture and some more heat, we're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of Frank's Redhot buffalo sauce. And to make everybody happy in the party, we're going to add 1/4 cup of finely chopped bacon, which is about 4 to 6 slices. Last but not least, I'm going in with a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of New Zealand cheddar cheese which I grated. You can use any cheese of your choice. Well, there's only one thing to do. Take your God-given hand and start bringing all those ingredients together. You want to make sure you get everybody all happy up in this party and all those flavors come together. And this should only take about 2 to 3 minutes. And here you can see everything has come together nicely, so we're going to let this sit in the fridge for about 20 minutes before making our patties. Well, in the miracle of time, 20 minutes has gone by, so you want to get yourself some parchment paper to make your patties on. Now you want to make about 6 to 8 ounce patties, about the size of a tennis ball. I'm making somewhere in between that, so probably about 7 ounces. So you want to take your minced chicken and form a meatball. You're looking around the size of a tennis ball. Then start to press out from the end outwards to form your patty. So this is pretty simple enough to do, so I'll bring you guys back when the other 2 patties are done. And here we are about just finished making our last patty. Now it's time to season it up with your favorite seasoning. Here I'm using Uncle Steve's Spicy R. I will have a link to Uncle Steve's website in the description box below. Or if you did not have any barbecue seasoning rum at hand, you can just simply use some salt, black pepper and garlic powder and you'll be fine. Here I'm just flipping them over and we're going to hit it up with some of that Uncle Steve's Spicy R one more time. So let's finish seasoning up our chicken patties, and here they are. So we're going to let this sit in the fridge for about 20 minutes so they can firm up. In the meanwhile, let's go make our 100 Island sauce for our burgers, and here's our ingredients.
You will need mayonnaise, ketchup, Dijon seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, Worcestershire sauce, your favorite barbecue seasoning, pickles, pickle juice and white sugar.
So folks, you know there's a 1,000 Island salad dressing. I call this one my 100 Island sauce for burgers. So we're going to start off with about a 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. Next, going in the pool will be 2 to 3 tablespoons of regular tomato ketchup. Well, I'm going in with a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You can use just regular old yellow mustard or a spicy brown mustard. That will work just as well. So folks, now you want to add 1 teaspoon of your favorite barbecue seasoning. I'm continuing with the theme of Uncle Steve's Shake Spicy R. And for a little sweetness, you want to add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of white sugar. You can also use a teaspoon of honey. Next on the list, you want to add onion powder, half to 1 teaspoon. And of course, you got to get that garlic flavor, so you want to add half to 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Here I've got 1 to 2 tablespoons of dill pickle finely diced, together with 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of the pickle juice. This is going to bring a bit of acidity or tanginess to the sauce. Take your spoon and give it a swirl around and make sure that all those flavors come together and it becomes a nice and smooth sauce. So folks, it's time to give it a taste and see if we're missing any ingredient. And it looks like we're missing one, so I'll be back in a jiffy. And we are back with that W sauce, which is called Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of that, and that is going to help bring out those flavors. All you got to do now is give it a good old mixy mix and make sure that all that W sauce is properly well incorporated. Here I'm giving it a taste and it looks like we are on point. Now let this sit in the fridge until we are ready to make our burgers. So folks, here we are at the grill and it is all set up for indirect cooking, which means that the lid coals are stacked to one side. Here I'm using half of an onion to clean down the grill, and I'm also going to throw it into the hot coals, and this is going to add some flavor to those burgers. I'm also going to hit up the grill grates with a bit of hairspray, and this is going to help prevent those chicken burgers from sticking. So let's put the cover on and let that grill come up to temp. Now that our grill has come to temp about after 15 minutes, it's time to throw on those bad boys. And we're going to be placing those burgers opposite the hot coals for some indirect cooking. Well folks, now that we have gotten those bad boys down, we're going to let this run for about 10 minutes before checking them.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the post notifications for more.
After about 10 minutes, it's time to spin around those burgers and we're going to flip them over to get some even cooking going on. You may not have to do this if you have one of those fancy grills. Well folks, it's time to warm up some of our buffalo honey barbecue sauce. I will have a link to a video where I did some wings on how to make this, and I will also have the full recipe written down in the description box below. And in a miracle of time, another 10 minutes has gone by and our burgers are coming along nicely. We're going to give our sauce a little swirl around, and now we're going to start applying that sauce to our burgers. You want to apply a generous amount of sauce on the burger, and you want to do this on both sides. We're going to do this on the first side and let it go for about 5 minutes. Let's put the cover on and I'll bring you guys back in 5 minutes time. Well folks, it's about that time to flip over those burgers and start to hit it up with some of our barbecue sauce. So remember, the chicken is a bland sort of meat, so adding this sauce is going to definitely take this to the next level. So remember, as I say guys, it's all about the layers of flavor. So let's put the cover on and I'll bring you guys back in another 5 minutes. And we are back and we're going to toast up a couple of buns, and today we are using some brioche buns, and this is just going to take a couple seconds, and there you are, they are nice and toasty. So boys and girls, now that our brioche buns are all nice and toasty, it's time for us to sear off those burgers. So we're going to put them directly over the hot coals for a few seconds. After a few seconds, it's time to give our chicken burgers a flippy flip, and there you can see we're getting that nice lovely char, and that's another level of flavor. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that one of those burgers has to have some cheese in it, and here I'm using a New Zealand cheddar cheese. Well, now that we've got our cheese down, it's time to move those burgers opposite the hot coals one more time. These burgers has about 5 more minutes to go because they're pretty thick, so it's going to take a while for them to get to that internal temperature of 165 degrees. Let's put the cover on and I'll bring you guys back in another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes has gone by, and there you can see our burgers, how they are looking absolutely crazy good, and how that cheese has melted beautifully. So I say it's time to get those bad boys off the grill. But before we do this, let's give it an internal temp check, and here you can see we are reading at 165, so it's time to get those bad boys off. So boys and girls, let's head inside and go build our spicy buffalo chicken burger. So guys, as you can see, a couple burgers has gone missing. That's because the family was hungry. Well, let's start building our burger by putting on our 100 island sauce. Not 1000 island, but 100 island. I will have the full recipe in the description box below on how to make this. And for the star of the show, going down is our spicy buffalo chicken burger. Next, I'm just going to put a little bit of plain old yellow mustard. You do not want too much of condiments in this burger. You want the actual taste of that burger to shine through. And you want to rock with a few slices of bacon. There can never be too much bacon. Well, boys and girls, you know it's coming. We're going to kick it up a notch with a bit of that chinny hot sauce. And you can leave this out if you wish. And who says I don't eat salad? We're going to add a few slices of tomatoes. I will have the link of another chicken burger which I did in the iCards above and also in the description box below. Next, I'm going to add a handful of shredded cabbage. That's how we roll in Trinidad and Tobago with our burgers. Now you want to hit up the crown of our burger bun with some of our 100 island sauce. You want to taste that sauce in each bite of that burger. And you guys know how I love my red onions, so we're going to put a few slices on the top of the cabbage. Next, we're going to follow this up with some of our dill pickles which I have sliced thinly. So folks, let's put a crown on this bad boy, fasten our seatbelts and get ready for a drive-by. Let's go!
Well, boys and girls, here's our delicious buffalo chicken and bacon burger, and it was so tasty.
So folks, I know you must be wondering what this looks like inside. So let's cut straight down the middle of this bad boy and see what we have on the inside. And here you can see a whole lot of juicy goodness going on here. Well, I do hope you give this one a try, and if you do, please let me know in the comments.
I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notifications for more videos. See you all on our next cooking journey, and we're out until next time.